For the past week, starting, of course, this past or last weekend, at the Turning Point Action Conference in Tampa, Marjorie Taylor Greene insisted that being a Christian nationalist is a good thing, and that's what she wants to be. And that's what I think she claims she is. And then, for the following week, she went on and on about being a Christian nationalist and how it's a good thing, we shouldn't be afraid of it. Even as everybody was pointing out, that's basically a Nazi ideology. It's the ideology of white supremacists. It's the ideology of basically every horrible person for the last, 100 years or so. So, probably not the kind of thing you want to be out there touting. And that's not just me saying that. That's actually what religious leaders here in the United States are saying. One pastor in particular from Oregon, a pastor by the name of Reverend Chuck Curry, sent out a tweet to his followers this past Monday where he said this: "Unlike Marjorie Taylor Greene, I've studied the scriptures and devoted myself to serving the church. Christian nationalism is a racist ideology incompatible with Christianity. Jesus was for all the world, not one nation. Beware false teachers like Greene. She dances with the devil. Christian nationalism isn't just a threat to democracy. It is also a threat to an understanding of Christianity that places Jesus and his teachings first. Christian nationalism is a virus. Jesus is the vaccine." Very true words. Obviously, for anybody with any kind of religious experience, any kind of religious studies, you understand that all of these so-called evangelical Republican Christians in office, they know nothing about the Bible. Oh, sure, every now and then they can pull a nice little quote out of Scripture. I'm sure they Google it first. They couldn't recite it off the top of their heads if their life depended on it. They know the popular ones, but really the teachings of Jesus, they have no idea. Because if they did and they wanted to follow what the Scripture says, we would have universal health care here in the United States. We would be taking care of the least among us. We would be housing the homeless, feeding the hungry. We would be protecting the environment, because yes, there are even Bible passages about protecting the earth itself as God's creation, God's gift to man. And we're treating it like a giant dumpster. Republicans don't want to do any of those things. And yet, every time things get a little tough for them, they wrap themselves up in that Bible as their own little snuggly so that they can convince their followers that, hey, I'm just doing God's work here. Even worse than what Marjorie Taylor Greene has said, obviously, with her whole, Christian nationalism. Yeah, we get it. We understand what your ideology is here, woman. But it's Lauren Boebert. Because Lauren Boebert, who clearly, obviously, likes to talk big game about the Bible, doesn't understand the Bible, as she has repeatedly made the claims that Jesus was canceled. That's why they hung him up on that cross, because he was canceled. And of course, Boebert, even more so than Marjorie Taylor Greene, has been a big pusher of guns, which I'm sure Jesus would have at least something to say about that if he were to come back today. That kind of goes against his teachings of peace and acceptance and love. But these Republicans love to claim that they somehow are the gatekeepers of Christianity, of the Bible, of religion, of Jesus himself. And as Pastor Chuck Curry is pointing out here, they could not be more wrong. They could not be further from the truth. And they do dance with the devil. The Bible clearly tells us, beware of these false prophets. And unfortunately, far too many people on the right have fallen hook, line, and sinker for everything these false prophets like Marjorie Taylor Greene have thrown at them. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.